The problem with being unproductive, at least according to science, is that it's kind of awesome for you. This sounds lazy and irresponsible, and definitely not what the internet, your parents, boss, or teachers want you to hear. But if we're going to talk about it, we might as well be honest. We're constantly taught that working hard, pushing forward, and doing everything we can is the answer to success in life. But have you ever noticed that sometimes the harder you try, the worse things get? When you think about it, this problem shows up everywhere in your life. You stay up late, lying in bed, desperately trying to fall asleep, but the harder you try, the more awake you are. Or you like someone and you want them to like you back, but the harder you try to impress them, the more awkward you come off. Or maybe you're desperately trying to prevent something bad from happening, like spilling your drink on yourself right before an important event, double-checking every detail of a project, or obsessing over avoiding a mistake. But somehow, that exact mistake happens anyway. It's like the harder you try to control the outcome, the more you lose control of it. It's like the universe is laughing at you, turning your efforts into obstacles. It's like frustrating. And yet most of us keep trying harder. There's something deeply satisfying about putting in effort. It makes us feel like we're in control, like we're actively moving toward our goals. We've been taught that trying harder means getting closer to success. And in a way, that makes sense. We all want to do our best. We all want to achieve our dreams and escape our problems. But to make that happen, we need to understand how to get there. The problem with trying harder is that it feels like the only answer we've ever been given. This might sound counterintuitive and irresponsible, but doing, trying, and working hard is, well, stupid. And that's not my opinion. That's science. The problem. Research shows that when we push ourselves too hard, our bodies respond by activating our built-in stress system. Cortisol, the stress hormone, starts flowing through your bloodstream. This is a great thing if you're being chased by a lion, but not so helpful when you're just sitting at your desk trying to finish a project or preparing for an exam. Cortisol might sharpen our senses, but it also makes us anxious, uneasy, and less able to think clearly. It's as if the body is trying to help us perform, but instead, it's sabotaging our efforts. In a way, our biological responses are working against us. And the irony, trying to calm down under this pressure, just feels like pouring fuel on the fire. You might be thinking you know where this is going, but the truth is much, much stranger. The brain is a remarkable machine, capable of incredible things when it's in balance. But when stress builds up, even the easiest task feels impossible. We've all been there. You know what to do. But the harder you try to focus, the more the solution goes missing. And it's not just mental clarity that goes missing. Your confidence starts to crumble as well. You might even begin to, paranoically, doubt your abilities over the smallest setbacks, as if each failure somehow confirms your worst fears about yourself. The more you try to power through, the less capable you feel. Eventually, even simple choices feel overwhelming, whether it's responding to a single email or deciding what to eat for dinner. And this state doesn't just drain you mentally, it drains your body too, making even restful sleep feel like it's miles away. It's as though your brain is trapped in a loop, where effort keeps leading back to frustration, blocking you from the clarity and calm you need to actually get things done. In moments like these, it feels as if trying harder only makes things worse, adding to the pile instead of helping you dig your way out. Ever tried to remember something you're supposed to know, but the harder you try, the fuzzier it gets? Like the password you just can't remember, or where you left your keys? Yeah, that's just your brain playing hard to get. It's not like our brains want to sabotage us. It's not that we're weak. It's just how our brains are wired to work under pressure. It's like asking your brain to work while someone's constantly tapping on your shoulder. You want to be productive, but your brain's under too much pressure to think clearly. In moments like these, It's not about blaming ourselves for not working hard enough. Our brains are simply running on overdrive, and that's when we start to burn out. We may be putting in the hours, but the quality of our work suffers. It's okay to admit that we struggle. Let's face it, no one has it together all the time, no matter what Instagram says. Our minds are fascinating and complex, often working in ways that surprise even ourselves. The truth is, trying too hard to reach a goal, whether it's acing an exam, nailing a presentation, or hitting a personal best in the gym, can sometimes actually prevent you from reaching that goal. So, if trying harder isn't what you're supposed to do in order to get what you want, then what are you supposed to do? The solution. Well, sometimes the best thing you can do is nothing. Counterintuitive, right? But science proves it. In the 1990s, researchers led by neurologist Marcus Reichler stumbled upon something that shocked the world while studying brain scans. They noticed that even when people weren't doing anything, a specific network of brain regions was highly active. Initially baffled, Reichel's team realized they had uncovered the brain's resting state, or what's now called default mode network, a brain system that works when we're not focused on anything specific, like when we dream, sleep, or simply relax by watching YouTube videos. During these moments, it helps us solve tough problems, come up with creative ideas, and see connections we might not notice otherwise. When you pause, your brain doesn't. It keeps working behind the scenes, helping you in ways you might not realize. Think of the times when your best ideas came to you, not while hunched over your desk, but while you were in the shower, going for a walk, or simply daydreaming. This isn't just coincidence. It's a natural outcome of giving your brain the space it needs to work behind the scenes. Since its discovery, understanding the default mode network has transformed neuroscience. It's shown that our brains are never truly idle. Instead, they're sorting memories, imagining the future, and solving problems in the background. In embracing the power of rest, we're learning how to use our brains to their fullest potential. Taking breaks, stepping away from your work, and allowing yourself to relax is not laziness. It's essential. It's the space where real growth happens. Whether it's through mindfulness, meditation, or simply taking a walk outside, these moments of quiet are where your brain recharges and gains clarity. When we step back from the pressure of performing, we open ourselves up to new possibilities. Think of the way children approach play. They dive into new experiences without the fear of failure, learning and adapting along the way. What if you adopted that same mindset? Instead of seeing challenges as obstacles, view them as opportunities for exploration. When we shift our focus from results to the joy of the journey, we naturally reduce stress and allow our creativity to flourish. Imagine finding yourself in a moment of pure focus, where time seems to melt away and everything you do feels effortless, like a river carving its path through the landscape. This magical state is the flow state, where your mind and body are perfectly in sync, allowing creativity and productivity to flourish. But what happens when this state is disrupted by something Viktor Frankl termed anticipatory anxiety? Picture someone who struggles to speak without stuttering. The harder they try to avoid the very thing they fear, the worse it gets. Frankl's observation highlights a critical paradox. The more we try to prevent negative outcomes, the more we invite them. This interplay between intention and performance reveals a deeper layer of our psyche, Carl Jung's concept of the unconscious mind. Jung suggested that our conscious thoughts are just the tip of an iceberg, while the vast, unseen part below controls our actions and decisions in profound ways. When we learn to relax and connect with this deeper unconscious, we tap into a powerful reservoir of creativity and intuition, guiding us towards success without the burden of excessive effort. To achieve the flow state, psychology suggests stepping aside, letting go of anxiety, and allowing our true potential to shine through, transforming the pursuit of our goals into a natural and fulfilling journey. So the next time you find yourself caught in the cycle of trying too hard, remember the paradox at play. Allow yourself to let go when needed Embrace the process and trust in your abilities. You have the power to transform pressure into performance. Look, we've all been there. We all have our quirks, and it's just human nature. If trying too hard feels like a habit you can't kick, trust me, you're not alone. So, here's the takeaway. Sometimes, it's the moments we step back that lead to our biggest step forward. Take a deep breath, relax, and enjoy the journey. As we navigate life's challenges, let's not forget, success doesn't always come from relentless effort. It often arises when we allow ourselves to be present, enjoy the process, and embrace our imperfections. Life is a beautiful journey. Don't forget to enjoy the ride. Oh, and remember, it's okay to stumble along the way. We all do.